Good morning, everyone. I want to welcome our distinguished guests, Wendell Anderson, Warren Spanis, my personal physician at one time, Dr. Burton, class of 1938, and congratulations on your 70th reunion, and members of the 1951 hockey team at Johnson High School. I want to tell you that on each and every occasion I meet our students, and of course that's daily, but on each and every occasion that we meet in a convocation style as we are doing today, I remind Johnson High School students of really how fortunate they are. Because Johnson is one of the most unique high schools that I have ever heard about. And I have never heard other principal colleagues of mine ever talk about their high schools in the same way that I have an opportunity to talk about Johnson. I remind our students and I remind the parents of our students that this is a high school that has a very, very rich tradition. And that tradition permeates the hallways here every day, the entry to our auditorium with the Hall of Fame. And we are cognizant every single day of the successful men and women who graduated from this high school, who have gone on to become solid citizens and to make not only our city, but our state and our country a better place to be. And I hold that up to our students because I say that tradition is not dead. In spite of the fact that our school community has changed greatly and has become very, very diversified, we still continue to have fine young men and women who are going to lead all of us into a future that I know is going to be brighter than we can imagine. So I say to them, when we celebrate days like our pancake breakfast days and we bring alumni back to Johnson High School, or we celebrate our Hall of Fame Day in which we honor one or perhaps a group of people and put their names on plaques hanging in the auditorium, that this is indeed what Johnson High School is all about. And it's with a sense of pride that I can be part of that organization, because I graduated from a high school in southern Minnesota, about 10 miles from the Iowa border, but there was not anything in my high school that even comes close to what this high school has. I want to personally thank the members of the Governor's Club who do so much work for this high school. Some of it is such silent work because they don't always boast about the kinds of things that they do. But as they told you, the story started with the fact that they came upon rooms and rooms full of both academic and athletic trophies that had just been in a state of disrepair. And because that's a sense of pride for this high school, they took it seriously enough to be able to put together trophy cases that are sprinkled throughout the building, and on a yearly basis polish up those trophies to let people know that that is certainly a huge part of our history. When they aren't doing that, they're busy raising money. And so every single year they give grants to our teachers or to our departments to be able to do good things for the students at Johnson High School. And I don't need to tell you that in times of declining revenue in schools, that comes as welcome relief on the part of a principal when in early October, teachers can get grants from the Governor's Club and from the alumni to help them do the important work that they do. And they do the small things that make a difference in this building. There has not been an opening day of school in which I do not get a dozen red roses from the Governor's Club. And I don't know of another principal anywhere that is treated as kindly as I am. So I want to thank all of you for being here today on this special day and congratulate you, members of the class of 51, members of the class of 38, I'm sorry, and members of the class of 51 who are here for your hockey reunion, and tell you that I'm just really pleased that you took the time to come here on a Sunday morning. And to say to you that no matter what, your ties to Johnson High School continue to be important to us, because there is nothing more important in my life than the lives of these students. And so everything that you do, every little thing that you do, makes a difference, not only to Johnson High School, but those young people who are here. So thank you very much for being with us today. I hope that you enjoyed today's program and also that you enjoyed your pancake breakfast.
If you are a member of the class of 1938, would you please stand up? Excellent. Welcome back and welcome home. I would like at this time, if you are a member of the hockey team of 1951, would you please move forward at this time? Come up on stage because we have something we would like to give you. And I would like now to introduce the one who is the spokesman for the class, or the hockey team of 1951, that finished second in the state that year in the high school hockey tournament, losing only to Eveleth 4-1 in the championship game, an Eveleth team that featured perhaps the greatest high school hockey player who ever played in this state, John Mayasich. So for the class of 1950, the hockey team of 1951, we welcome you back, and I would like to welcome the class president and the team spokesman, Dr. Carl Burton.
I want to thank the J Club for sponsoring this pancake breakfast today, and also honoring Wendell Anderson, Senator, and Governor Wendell Anderson at this time, and also for Warren Spanis to be here. It has been an excellent tradition to uphold, as there have been many great athletes which have been at Johnson High School over the years, and there will be many, many more. It is an honor for me to be with my classmates and the members of the 1951 hockey team who were in the finals of the 51 Minnesota State Championship. At that time, they had a height limit who could come onto the hockey team, so I couldn't come in. I was over that height limit, so I couldn't play hockey. But we did play basketball. But the Johnson High School was recognized for their hockey team and hardly ever for their basketball team. Some of our classmates are deceased: Warren Strelo, Warren Shaver, Roger Posiak, and Bernie Johnson. Some couldn't attend here due to illness and family needs. Hugo Anderson was going to come, but called and said that he had a family emergency, or that he had to do something with his family in Boston. Bob Youngquist has recently been quite ill and couldn't come. Ray Youngberg and his wife, who was a cheerleader on that hockey team, his wife has had a serious stroke, and he is a primary caregiver. They live in Arizona, and others couldn't make it. Others, however, are here for the recognition, and I would like to do that at this time. Bob Schmidt, who was a junior on the hockey team that year and played guard, or defense. That was the basketball coming up. Bill Meyer. Thank you, Bill. Gene Pia, who was a goalie. Warren Strela was the goalie, but Gene was the backup. And Roger Posiak, his wife, is here. Congratulations. And Carolyn Strela, to accept it for her husband, Warren Strela. Warren was a goalie, and what I read from some of our fellow classmates was very good in the nets that weekend. Warren also went on to become the hockey coach, I believe, for the goalie coach for the Olympic team, but also for the Washington National Professional Hockey Team. Do any of you have any remarks that you'd like to say?